Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Pfargtl by Gene. I don't know how to pronounce that. But this does continue our Escape the Grid theme week. I hope you're enjoying it. We're nearing the end of the week. And so we do have clues outside the grid that we're going to need to fill with digits. All right, so let's go over the rules to this one. We do have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. So in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. So I have these green lines in the grid. These are German whisper lines. And so the difference between adjacent digits along the line have to have adjacent digits along the line have to have a difference of at least 3. So if this was a 2, we need to be at least 3 different from 2. So we could be a 5 or we could be a 6. But this cell also has to be at least 3 different from 2. So this could be, say, maybe a 5. Now this needs to be 3 different from 5. We could do, say, a 1, which is 4 different, and that's fine. And then we just continue, right? So that is German whispers. And then we have outside consecutives. So all outside cells on a clue must contain a digit. So we have to put a digit in all these. And that digit indicates the number of pairs of adjacent digits which are consecutive with each other in the respective row columns. So let's say I had 1, 3, 4, 5, 2, 6. Are these consecutive? No. Are these consecutive? Yes. Are these consecutive? Yes. Are these consecutive? No. No. So we have 2 pairs of consecutive digits, so we put a 2 up there. All right. Unfortunately, it does look like it is going to conflict check, but I guess you just deal with that. I don't know if that can be fixed. Cool. And that is it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right. How shall we get started? We could pencil this German whisper line. So first of all, the outside clues are the number of pairs of digits that are consecutive. So 5 is our maximum. These go up to 5, which I don't know if it's worth marking or not, but I will. So now I'm going to color this line first. So the point of saying these go up to 5 is that it's you can think of it as still a Sudoku digit. You can't put like a 7. There's not going to be 7 pairs of a consecutive digits in 6 cells. So why are we coloring? Well, green, purple, green. Why am I coloring this? Well, whatever this digit is, if it's a 1, 2, 3, then green means low. And if it's a 4, 5, 6, then green means high. I don't know if green is low or high, but let's say it was low. Then this cell here has to be high, because we need to be at least 3 away from 1, 2, 3, and that's going to bring us into the 4, 5, 6 range. Then from 4, 5, 6, we need to be 3 away. We're going to go into the 1, 2, 3 range. And so anything next to a green needs to be a purple, which is the other one. So if green is low, purple's high. If green is high, purple is low. And then we just alternate back and forth. And so we will be alternating like this. And then the reason I pointed out that this had to be a Sudoku digit is for that reason. Now, the problem I'm having here is we have 4 greens in this box. I wonder if it's 0. Looks like 0 is an option. So I think that's what we have to do. Okay, so I was wrong. We can have 0 in all of these. And I think this one has to be, because otherwise we have too many greens in this box. There's only 3 lows and we'd have 4. So I think what we have to do is green, purple, green, and then we have to stay green, and then stay green again. Or no, so then switch to purple, then go green and purple. I think that's what we have to do. And so in order to stay green, we have to do 0 here and 3 here, because green is still low. Pretty sure that's the case. And so then this is a 1, 2 pair. And so these are actually low. So we know that this is blue. I use blue and orange once I know that what low and high is. I'm pretty sure this is the case, because if this were a 4, it would be a high. And so then it wouldn't be the same color as the 0. I don't think I'm going to color that. And so it has to be low, but it has to be at least 3 away from the 0. So it's a 3. And that means there's nothing consecutive here, meaning we cannot, these are the 4, 5, 6. These are the high. It cannot contain a 5. Otherwise it will be consecutive with a 4 or a 6. So we're going to put a 5 here. That does not resolve these. This is next to a 1 or a 2. So it cannot be a 4. So it's 5 or 6. 4 has to go next to, oh, sorry. Oh, it could be 4. No, it's next to a 3, so it has to be 6. Sorry, I did that backwards. So that's 4 and 6. Very nice. Next to the 6, 1, 2 is fine. All right. So we just have to be careful. This one's not 5, so this actually has to be low. And it's not a 3 either, so it's 1, 2. Can't be consecutive. We're non-consecutive in this column. Now, that means this can't be 1 or 2, so it's 3 or 5. Because a 1, 2 will be consecutive with another 1, 2. So 3 is available, not 4 or 6, so 3, 5 only. And so now we're not in too much danger of being consecutive, so. I could color this one as well. Problem is I don't know what colors to give it. Even if I green purpled, it would just again, 0 is possible, so we gotta be careful about repeating across it. These two are at least 3 apart, so one of these is quite okay. This can't be 0 just because of the fact that these are consecutive already, and it can't be 5 because we don't have this pair is not consecutive. So I'm not sure what to do from there. So down here we've got a 3, 5 pair. Up here we have 1, 2, 4. I don't think we can do 4, can we? We can have this consecutive. We could do 3, 4, and then we could do 1, 2, but that's all we get. So that's up to 3 then. Which means this is not a 1, 2, or 3. It could be 0. We could go 3, 0, or we'd have to go up to the 4, 5. So this can't be a 3 because a 3 would go with 0, not 6. Okay, got it. Yeah, I just don't see how we do 4 pairs of digits. Because this pair is not consecutive, and there's definitely a pair in here that's not consecutive. Because the 1, 2, 4, we can't have all of these be consecutive. It's not a consecutive chain. All right. So what about here? These could be consecutive. But okay, we know the 3 is not next to a 4 though, so there's already a pair missing. We'd have to, if we want it to be 5, it would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in some way. So this is not a 5, what it's worth. There's got to be something I'm missing about all this. What about this line? I don't see how that's helpful. There's got to be a way to continue. If I put the 4 here and the 1 here and the 2 here, I could have just one pair. So 1 is still possible. 3 is possible. This pair, and this pair. Yeah, I can't reduce this further. Is it possible to do 2? This and then one more pair? Yeah, I could do like a 1, 2 pair here with a 4. I could do 1, 2, 4. Yeah, that would work. Huh. So, I mean, I could green purple this, but I don't see how that's helpful. If green was blue, then blue would be done in this column. These would all be orange. And this would be a 5. Huh. So if this is high, it's got to be a 5. And that makes this 3. So this would be a 5. This would be 3. 3 can't go next to 2, so it would be 1. And then this would be a 2. If it's low, one or two, I don't. Problem is, if it's low, I don't really see a consequence. One of these is high. Maybe this is the 5. No, I really don't see way forward there. So what about this guy? What do we know about this? I think this is always, no, hold on. Is it always purple? No, Is it always green? Ah, I'm confusing myself. 0 really adds a problem to the deductions here. So I don't know what to do. Let's see. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Be 3 away. So 0 could be 3 or higher. So already that's 3, 5. And then the 4 could go down to 1. So we get 1, 3, 5. So it's not a 2. Right. If this was a 2, everything's within 2. So the 2 goes here or here. Two, oh, so if the 2 is here or here, this cannot be a 3, because if it was a 3, it would be next to a 2. So this has to be 5, which is high. So that's not a 5, so it is low. That makes both of these high. Now from high, you always have to go low. Like 0 doesn't help you stay away from being low. So this isn't 4 or 5. Now from here, we could technically do 0 to 3. So we can't necessarily say we're high. This is a 4, 6. 4 would be interesting. It would put 1 here and then a 0 or 1 here. This is blue and it's a 1 or 1, 2, or 3. Let's see. 6 is much more open. The 5's in one of these two cells. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3 removes 2. That doesn't matter. Oh, 1, 3 removes 2 from here. This can't be a 2 because it'll be next to 1 or 3. So that's not 2. So that places the 2 here. What does that do for me? Felt like an important deduction. I need a 2 in one of these two cells. So there's a 2 up here. I still don't know if this is low or high, because it could be a 3. In fact, one of these is a 3. We could go 3, 0. But it's at least 3, I guess I should say. It's 3, 4, 6. No. This is not 5. 2. Oh boy, what's the next step? 4, 5, 6 here. Oh, this can't be 3 because it would make both of these 6. Right. Just trying to find the right things to do here. That's 1, that's 3. So 1 can't be next to 0. Can't be next to 1 or 2 or 3. You've got to do the 4 here. So there are 4 consecutive digits here. That means we can only be missing the 3, 4. Everything else is consecutive. So this has to be 2. That's 1. That's not a 2. That places this 2, which is low. So this is high, and it's a 4, 5, 6. And we have the 5 in here. That's going to be... So this can't be the 5, because then it can't be next to both 4 and 6. So this is the 5, and it's surrounded by 4, 6. And then... Oh, shoot. How am I going to get 4? 1, 2, 3. Oh, this has to be 1. Right. So we have 3, 2, 2, 1. And then we have 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, or the other way around. And that is 4 consecutives. Very nice. So yeah, the only oh, interesting. So the 4 here, right, the 4 is allowed to be on this side because the 3 is already not with the 4. So putting the 4 over here just excludes the 3 not being with the 4, and that's fine. So what did this get me? 3, 2, 1. What about over here? We don't know yet. Yeah, nothing changed. So this is 3, 4, 6. What can I do here? Oh, 3 would require double 6 here, and that's no good. So this is not a 3. So consecutiveness here is pretty low. Oh, the 5 is next to a 4, 6. So this cannot be a 0 because these are consecutive. So that's not 0, which does mean this has to be high now that it's not 0 because it's not a 3. So that's our 3 and it's low. I don't need that colored. So this is going to be next to a 4. So this has to be a 1. All right. And so this is our one consecutive digit. So we got to get careful a little bit. This is 1, 2, 4, 6. And this is 3, 5, 4, 6. So what about these two here? This can't be a 4 because we can't be next to 1. 3, 6, 4, 1, 5, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2. Okay. So we can't have any consecutives anymore. This is our only consecutive. So these are not consecutive. That's fine. So I can't put the 2 here because it will be next to a 1. So this is not a 2. The 2 is in one of these two. It can't be next to the 1. So this is a 6, which is high. So that's low, making it the 3. Nice. That's 5 and 3. I'm ignoring that red mark. That's 4 and 6. All right. That's not 4. That's not 3. That's not 3, 6. That's not 4, 6. All right. 1, 2 pair. All right. That's a 6. That's a 4. There we go. So these are low. These are high. This is, oh, I could have done low and high here. Let's see. Yeah, this 5 does not actually eliminate from there. But it's not 5 anymore because of the 5, 3. So yeah, we can say it's not 5. 0, 4. 4 seems difficult. So 4, 5, 3, 2, 2, 1. It doesn't really work, does it? I don't think 4 is possible. What's over here? This is 3, 4, 5. Oh, the 3 is placed. So is the 4 and the 5. Okay, well, that helps. Like, is this the 4 and the 5 here? Places the 4 up here. That's high. These are low. So now this is high and it's a 6. This is low. And it's a 1 or a 2. And then this is low and it's a 1 or a 2. Okay. So I don't think 4 is possible. Yeah, these aren't consecutive and these aren't consecutive. So 4 is not possible. So that's a 0, which means we have no consecutive digits. So this has to be a 1 and that's a 2 because it would have been next to a 3. That's 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. And then this is just 1, 2, 3, and we're done. Cool puzzle, Gene. Yeah, definitely took some thinking. I was tricked a little bit by 0 being possible outside the grid. But yeah, you actually built in the ability to discover that pretty early in the puzzle, which is nice because there were 2 clues that could be 0. Cool. And the fact that you included 0 clues was good because otherwise it basically, if a deduction is difficult to think about, like an option is difficult to think about, or might be easily missed and then isn't included in the puzzle, then realizing that option makes the puzzle harder. But you don't get rewarded for that because it didn't get used. Anyway, let me know how you did. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.